Reviewing a motorcycle is one thing, and reviewing a bullet is a different ballgame altogether. This is just one of those things, one of those hardest things to do, where you have to choose between your mind and what your heart tells you. Because the general parameters that you would normally use to decide where a motorcycle scores on the cards, those parameters don't really apply to this one. I mean, just look at the motorcycle. Those pinstripes, that tiger head that reminds you of the bygone era of pure motorcycling, and that signature thump of the long stroke single. These are enough to make you want one in your garage, even if you don't care about the cult following that this motorcycle enjoys. So let's go for a ride and talk some more about how it feels to ride a piece of motorcycling history. So this motorcycle is one where you don't get a self-start. So you kickstart the engine like a 70s rebellious 20-year-old and you're immediately greeted with the signature thump. At 19 bhp, the power is more than enough to take you from point A to point B. And that's about it. There is, however, a strong surge of torque when accelerating in low revs. 28 Nm, that's if you care. What you will find pleasant is that when you find a good stretch of road, you can just shift into top gear and hold the throttle at 60 km/h, and the motorcycle will cruise all day long without the need to stop. Something that you get with an engine this relaxed. But whether you can stay in the saddle all day long is a different story altogether. I mean, yes, on good roads, the conventional suspension setup will give you a good quality ride. But if you're unfortunately on a bad stretch or a broken stretch of road, what you will get at the end of the ride is a compressed spine. And that being said, even if the suspension doesn't bother you because you are a motorcycle purist and you have heard stories of how rigid the hardtail motorcycles in the past used to be, what will bother you is the vibrations that creep onto the handlebar, or for that matter any other part of the motorcycle you can think of after reaching a speed of 80 to 90 km/h. So if you're planning long trips on the motorcycle, like say Leh Ladakh, the 13.5 litre fuel tank and the 36 km/L efficiency will give you enough range in between fuel filling stations. And while you're riding in Ladakh and riding on the beautiful twisties, it might tempt you to lean the motorcycle and carve corners. Guys, you need to stop your imagination right there. You see, the foot pegs are just solid iron bars sticking out on both sides that are welded to the chassis. And that, my friend, coupled with a curb weight of 186 kgs, is a perfect recipe for disaster. In terms of braking, there is complete absence of any kind of feedback from the levers. Yes, the front is a disc brake and it has ABS as mandated by the law. The rear drum brake though, the less said the better. Alright, so enough said about the performance, rideability and so on. You can love this motorcycle or you can hate it, but you definitely cannot ignore it. If you want one, you want one, that's it. Would I want one in my garage? The answer to that is a resounding yes. For those long, lazy Sunday afternoon rides, for admiring the motorcycle, hours at a stretch after giving it a good wash, and most importantly, for being able to own a piece of motorcycling history, yes, I would definitely want one.